Hey guys, I'm Wardy, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of a different video as we're taking our very first look at the new RTS from Frost Giant, Stormgate. This is a collection of clips from my Twitch when we got to see the announcement live. I had seen a sneak peek of it before, but I was so excited for everyone else to see it because this is a game I really believe in. Frost Giant is ex-WarCraft 3 and StarCraft 2 developers who are looking to make a brand new RTS. So, really excited about it. Let's dive right in and see what it's all about.
Another new game announcement.
New
We're gonna
game!
announce a brand new game and universe from a new team of legendary developers. Check this out.
This is it. This is it. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. Oh my god. I'm so excited.
Discovery, this is Command. Storm's in your way. Prepare for extraction.
Signal's breaking up. Command, I'll do one last scan. See you soon. Over. Okay, hurry.
I think they brought probes, guys.
Now we're talking. Command, I may be onto something. I have it, Command. Repeat, I have it. Mission accomplished.
Hang tight, Doc. I've got this.
Glad you could make it.
We gotta move. Now. There's a storm coming. And hell's coming with it.
That's our new game. 2023 beta. There's a website. Now, just before we move on with the rest of my reactions and thoughts from the Twitch stream, I just want to touch on the trailer specifically. It's obviously not a Blizzard cinematic. It's not to that sort of quality, and that makes perfect sense because these are a new studio and they don't have the time or the money to spend on a Blizzard-esque cinematic, especially for a game that is currently pre-alpha. Things may change. Why go full investment on something that isn't fully, set, right? I think it was a great trailer for just introducing the world, the universe, launching the name of the game, and just giving people a little taste of what they're working on, a theme and so on. I know it's not gameplay. They said repeatedly gameplay isn't ready. I know a lot of people are going to judge the game based on gameplay. That's further down the line. That's fine. I think for the trailer in itself, this was actually perfectly good. I liked it. It wasn't groundbreaking. It maybe wasn't the most innovative thing, but I feel like it was a good baseline to work from. And most importantly, I think, while it's a good baseline to work from, what's really going to be great about this game is I think they're going to nail the gameplay because they're the right people in the right place. I'm going to talk more about that in the video, so let's get on to that. But just before we do, I just want to be very clear with something that I might not be very explicit with in the rest of the clips. So just to be super clear, the game is free to play with zero pay-to-win mechanics and no NFTs. That's just one thing I want to say, because I think that's the one thing people are going to bring up repeatedly. They have said that. They're extremely clear about that. They want this to be a competitive RTS. Everything else I'm going to discuss in the Twitch, I may not touch on absolutely everything. It's obviously just a collection of my thoughts, reading through the Steam page and stuff. So enjoy. And if you do want more, there will be more information released on Stormgate on Sunday, June 12th, where in the PC Gamer Show, which is hosted by Day9. So enjoy the rest of the video, and I hope you love it. The future, it's free to play, by the way. It's free to play. A free to play real-time strategy game set amidst a war between humanity and an onslaught of alien invaders. Take on the campaign alone or cooperatively. By the way, you can play campaign co-op. There's co-op mode like in SC2, like 3 players versus like AI. You can play like an objective-based 3v3 mode, so like a way more casual competitive mode than just 1v1. It is literally like, this is why I believe in Frost Giant, because to me, they have like this checklist of things that a good RTS needs to be. And I know you guys haven't seen a lot of this stuff yet, and I haven't either, but they know unit responsiveness, unit clarity in-game, right? They've done a StarCraft, they've done WarCraft, they know that these things are important, but they know the rest of it as well. You know, free to play, right? Get people in the game, sell extras, sell maybe campaign missions, sell skins, right? It's a great idea. You spend the money in the game, right? So, all that kind of stuff. I just, you know, social aspect. I think one of the biggest letdowns of StarCraft 2 is the social aspect of it. But you can play the campaign with a friend. You can play competitively, but not quite competitively with friends. Like, one of the main things they said to us repeatedly in our pre-shows and stuff was, this is going to be a social experience RTS. They have 100% behind that. And they are building a lot of game modes which allow you to do that as well. So play casual and competitive PvP and co-op modes online, or get creative in the editor. So we're going to have an editor, which has obviously been an absolute staple as well. Amazing. Freaking exciting. Really freaking excited. So yeah, I think the fact they're making an editor is extremely cool. Free to play usually means pay to win. No, it doesn't. League of Legends is free to play and it's not pay to win. Right? Like, games that are free to play, it's just the model nowadays. Like, you don't have to be pay to win. It can just make money from cosmetics and campaign stuff. Right? There's no way, guys, I promise you, it will not be pay to win. They are making an RTS. They know that it's meant to be competitive. They know it's not. It can't be pay to win. Pay to win doesn't work in RTS games. Right? Like, it just doesn't work. They want to make a top-end, high-tier esport. It can't be pay to win, you know? You're unhyped about Stormgate. Free-to-play is a huge turn-off. You prefer to buy a full game. But you get a full game. Like, what turns you off? Like, I don't understand what turns you off. I don't know what turns you off about the fact it's free to play. That's only a good thing. It brings people in. It lets people play. Nowadays, free to play is like the model of games. I'm not here to argue this. You guys can believe what you want. I'm gonna say what I believe in. Yeah, I mean, should we just read the Steam page, I guess? I was showing you guys stuff in the media kit, but let's read through this quickly. Welcome to the future of RTS, a new real-time strategy game from the team of Frost Giant Studios, including former developers of WarCraft 3 and StarCraft 2. Explore an ever-evolving story through thrilling campaign missions where science fiction and fantasy collide, solo or cooperatively. Battle opponents around the world on a competitive 1v1 ladder. Team up with your friends to challenge the AI in co-op modes, and get your hands dirty in the editor to build the game of your dreams. Developed in UE5, Stormgate will support high-resolution HD visuals in 4K and hundreds of units in epic, large-scale wars across a variety of maps and tile sets. The user interface is designed to make RTS more approachable by streamlining inputs, automatically assigning units to control groups, and enhancing gameplay. We've lowered the skill floor while keeping the ceiling as high as you want to climb. Stormgate is the RTS everyone's been waiting for. I have seen some of the stuff they've done to make getting into the game easier. It's freaking genius. Like, simple things that say, oh, I want to build something, and you don't have to go through, like, it's all just in one place. But if you want to be better, There's a more efficient way to do it. But if you want to be bad, if you're learning, there's an easier, more approachable way, right? I think that is really, really important because I think that's one of the things they have to nail. They have to. Epic story missions. Earth didn't stand a chance. Our story begins hundreds of years in the future, after alien invaders, hell-bent on claiming this planet as their own, poured out of the Stormgates and brought an end to the world as we knew it. Yet humanity survived. As the fully playable demonic infernals return to unleash havoc once again, Earth's defenders must gather their courage and climb into their 20-foot-tall mechs, 20-foot-tall mechs, to save the world. It's up to you to pick a side, harvest resources, build your base, and command mighty armies to decide the outcome. The first truly social RTS. Whatever your favorite game mode, you can play Stormgate with friends. Campaign missions can be played cooperatively. Stormgate's open-ended co-op mode supports 3 players, and even 1v1 competitive players can make social connections through the built-in tournament system. They are bringing esports into the game. One of the main things they kept saying to us was, we want esports to be a main part of this game. It's going to be built into it. You're not going to have to watch on Twitch. You can watch in the game. You can join in the game. You don't have to go to challenge and check in. You can do everything in-game. That's their plan. They are... I'm someone that's obviously big on the esports side. So from what they've told us about esports, killing it. They're not going to try and shoehorn it. They're not going to try and make it something it isn't. They're going to give it space. And they're going to give more tools than necessary. And they're going to have rewards for tournaments in-game. Stuff that, encourages you to compete. And I think one of my favorite things that they said about esports is esports isn't just about the very, very top. They said esports is about anybody at any level being able to come in and compete. So there's going to be rewards and reasons to play and get competitive. It's going to draw people into the competitive aspect because it'll be worth getting into the competitive aspect, right? And that, once you draw people in that way, you know what I mean? Like, you've got the other draws to kind of get people in to maybe try out 1v1, and then they're trying to make it, accessible. Like, it's what StarCraft 2 couldn't do because StarCraft 2 was built on the back of Brood War. StarCraft 2 was built in an era where games being difficult was stuff people enjoyed. That isn't really, the thing nowadays. Like, we still enjoy the games being extremely difficult, but it's also freaking stressful to play StarCraft, right? And I think what they are trying to do is they're trying to make a way to play this game without it being stressful, right? And I think one of the really cool things they said recently was it's like Elden Ring. Elden Ring is a Dark Souls game that's made the Dark Souls genre more accessible, and they want to do that, right? They want to, that sort of effect. Guys, I'm going to gush about this. I've been so freaking excited. From everything I've heard, I am 100% all in on this game. I truly believe, 100%, I'm not going to be giving up StarCraft or anything, but I completely believe in this. I think the team's amazing. Everything they're telling us is amazing. If they can deliver on what they're saying, it's going to be amazing. Where did we get? The next generation of RTS competition, Stormgate carries forward the storied legacy of world-class esports. Enjoy advanced matchmaking for players of all skill levels, featuring a competitive 1v1 ladder where your abilities will be put to the test against similarly skilled opponents around the world. When it comes to competition, we've got you covered. Set up your own tournaments, participate in grassroots events, or qualify for professional esport matches, all from directly within the game. I just talked about that. Amazing. That's exactly what we want. That's what they tried to build in StarCraft 2, and it just couldn't happen. We told them that repeatedly at community summits. They said it's just not possible. When they're building it from the ground up, this is the great thing about a new game. Building it from the ground up, they know all the things they wanted to do in StarCraft, and now they can do them, right? It's not just an add-on. And I think they said this about co-op as well, where it's in co-op in StarCraft 2, every update might have been the last co-op update. So they made a mastery system. Then they made another system to add on more endgame content. Then they did another system, and none of them were interactive. But because they're going to build an ever-expanding co-op system from the start, they can do it. They can design it like that, you know? Amazing. Free to play, never pay to win. Okay, there you guys go. Stormgate is free to play so that everyone can enjoy the fun of RTS. Support the development of additional optional content that you enjoy without ever paying more to remove nuisances or gain an advantage. It's all going to be cosmetics, maybe like campaign missions, maybe like unlock new heroes in co-op or something, I would imagine. You know, like, it's going to take what StarCraft 2 did a bit of and really, like, integrate it in a way that can work. Which I think is really exciting. Unleash your creativity in the editor, craft your own custom missions and minigames in our powerful and user-friendly editor. Draw terrain, create scripts, modify units, and publish your map for the community to play. Gather data about your content to take your creations to the next level. Make something fun, share it with the world, and be rewarded for your effort and creativity, which is only going to give more people a reason to log into the game. Honestly, I will just say this, guy. I'm going to go full screen. As somebody who is just like, you know, been with StarCraft a long time and has seen a lot of the struggles the team has gone through in StarCraft because they want to try and improve StarCraft, they want to make a difference, they want to do the right thing, but they're often stopped by limitations on the game and the engine, limitations by the company and funding, limitations by uncertainty. You know what, like all of these things by a model that was never set up. That's all very, to me, that's all very, like, they don't have those issues anymore. They can build what they've wanted to build for a long time now, I feel like. That's how I feel. I feel like we can finally just build what they can finally do what they've wanted to do for a long time. And that, I think, is why so many people were so quick to say, maybe not quick, but that's why so many people have come from StarCraft 2 and have come from WarCraft 3 to build this game. Media package. I think this is very cool. One of the things they've talked a lot about is having nice, clear units, right? You know, making sure that the backgrounds and the units on top of them make the units pop. The units are visible, they're noticeable. It's easy to see. Someone before this whole thing started said, you know, I hate RTS games where all the units blur together, they meld into the background. That's been one of their main focuses in designing the units, colors, compositions, and everything. One of the main things, and kind of getting it all set up, which I think is really good, and very apparent in, like, this image, for example. In the main plane area, you know, it's very clear, it's very plain, but there's beautiful aesthetics off to the side, like, whatever this is, this demon skull, I guess, that looks like this guy, but, like, times 10. I think this is a beautiful image as well. Again, just clear, you see the units, you can see, you know, there's some dropships here and stuff. You just can see everything, right? It's clear, the units stand apart, they look good. Yeah, I think this image is actually beautiful. Like, seeing a bunch of different units on the screen, like an idea of how it might look as you're playing. The lighting is beautiful. Like, it's beautiful, no? I think for that, I don't think this is, like, necessarily gameplay. Like, this is units in the game engine, but this is not, like, a map that's built to play on. This is a map that's built to test things on, to look at units on and stuff. I don't think they're at the point of, like, oh, yeah, like, you know, we're gonna have this many units and stuff. Yeah, and don't get me wrong, guys, I will say it again. I'm not being paid to sell out to you guys. Just what I've seen is, like, super exciting. I'm very excited about it. I think it's really cool. I think it's really exciting. I genuinely think it's going to be freaking awesome. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and hope you enjoyed all the information that was shared, and I hope you're at least a little bit excited. I think one of the best things you can do if you want to learn more is go watch. I know Winter has a video, Back to WarCraft have videos, a load of people have videos interviewing devs. Those are great videos that talk a lot more about their core ideas for the game and what to expect. And I think if the trailer didn't do it for you, and me gushing about it didn't do it for you, that's one of the best ways to get a realistic idea of what the game is going to be until we see some actual gameplay. So, be reasonable, be realistic is what I want to say as a final message. Have a great day, and we'll be back with more StarCraft 2 from tomorrow.